2022 is going to be the year of the metaverse. I'm coining it now, and I am excited about what the future is going to hold here for all these big metaverse projects that are launching and really going to be pushing forward in 2022. I'm going to show you some of the top metaverse coins that could possibly make you a millionaire in this new year. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. So we all know that the metaverse is a really hot term here lately. It has been something that's been on the minds of everybody in crypto, and if you're brand new, maybe it can be a little confusing of what it really means, but there are a lot of different aspects there between the actual metaverse itself, maybe buying land inside of these metaverses or NFT-based assets, or buying the underlying tokens for these metaverses. And today I'm going to go over some of my top metaverse coins that I think are going to be huge in 2022 and beyond. But before we get into all that, if you love gaming, NFTs, and earning money in crypto, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and smash that like if you like what you see. And I would love for you guys to join my community of Stachers as well in Discord. There's a link there below in the description. And we'd love to have you talking about metaverse, NFTs, and gaming with us in our Discord. All right, let's jump right into this because I have a bunch of coins here that I think are going to go the distance in 2022. These are coins that I think even could survive a bear market and still do really well because of their attached metaverses and how big some of these projects are going to be coming with, with delivery in 2022. So my very first one that we're going to jump into is the Gods Token. The Gods Token is the native token for Gods Unchained, which is one of the top play-to-earn games in the system right now, and it has some really great features. In addition to just being an amazing game, you can actually play and earn, and it's free to play, which I love. And it is actually now moved over to Immutable X, which is a really great scaling solution, a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. We're going to actually talk about IMX here in just a second, the other token that goes along with that. But the Gods Token actually gives you some pretty high utility with this game, and this game is yet to explode. I think that we're going to see it explode simply like we've seen Axie Infinity, like we've seen other games like Theta and Arena also explode here once they get a mobile app, which is going to be coming in 2022. So I do think that's going to be one of the big key factors for this token. So with the token, you can actually craft NFTs, you can purchase packs with it, it's going to be used for governance, and you can actually even earn it through play to earn as well. Through the Gods Unchained game. So pretty cool token and a lot of utility there, and for a game that has not yet really blown up, it's starting to pick up speed here, but I do think it can get to the point that we see it a million plus players when it hits that mobile app. You can grab Gods Token on Coinbase or on crypto.com. All right, next on my list is a project that is a little bit under the radar and has been. It's called NETVRK. And so NETVRK is, or NETVRK, some people will say, but I think it's NETVRK, and that's how I like to pronounce it. It's an Ethereum-based token, and they're building a VR-focused metaverse. And this is a metaverse that's going to be very similar to the Sandbox, but just with like VR. So it has all the same kind of features where you have land, you can do advertising, there's social, and the big thing is you can build a gaming experience on that platform, and so they give you tools to be able to do that, which I think is pretty important. The same way the Sandbox is kind of giving you tools to create your voxels and to create your land, NETVRK is going to be doing the exact same thing. And so they're really looking to bring this to being a multi-chain thing, even though it's kind of starting off on ETH right now. So the NETVRK token is something you can pick up on the Ethereum network. And I think that these VR-based metaverses, I think, are going to be really big and really hot for 2022 because we're starting to see VR come into its own. It's been around for quite some time, but the advances in headsets and with the fact that we're seeing big companies like Facebook changing their name to Meta, it just gives an overall boost to the entire industry, which makes me incredibly bullish on these VR metaverses. So you can pick up the NETVRK token on Uniswap or on KuCoin. Next up is a competitor, I would say, kind of a competitor here in the VR metaverse world, and it's CEEK. The CEEK project is it's a BEP20 token, but also an ERC20, so it's also on Ethereum and on Binance Smart Chain. And the CEEK project is VR metaverses, really looking to focus on the creative side of things and be able to create connect creators with fans. So they're very focused on things like music and sports, and they're very well established. This is a company that's been around, and they're kind of pivoting into blockchain. They actually have their own VR headset. So this is not a company that is just jumping out there into the blockchain world. They have been around, they've been doing this, they have some really big partnerships too, and I think some of these partnerships are really what are going to take CEEK to the next level in 2022. Partners like Universal Music, Apple, T-Mobile, and they've been able to do really cool things with some musicians, top musicians with their platform too. People like Bon Jovi, Lady Gaga, MKTO. So I think that they're going to really be trying to bring a lot of these things together using their VR metaverse that they're building that is going to be blockchain enabled, and incorporating all into what they call CEEK City. So CEEK City is where they're going to be having this, and I think they're really going to focus on the music side of things, be able to get fans in there to be able to enjoy these experiences. And music is one of the easiest things I think to kind of draw a lot of people into. We've already started to see a lot of virtual concerts out there, and building a platform like this in VR makes 100% sense to me. Music plus blockchain plus VR is going to be really big here, I think, in 2022. So you can pick up the CEEK token on PancakeSwap or on Uniswap. Now, another big metaverse token that is, has been around for a little while right now, and they've done a lot of things, but kind of underneath the radar because they haven't announced a lot of progress here over the last year. But I think 2022 is going to be a big push for them, and it's the ATARI token. ATARI came into blockchain in a very, very big way and made quite a bit of splash, but they were a little bit ahead of their time, right? They did this in 2020. And kind of missed a little bit of that wave of the metaverse and play to earn here in 2021 with no big developments that they have put out. But I think 2022 is going to be huge for them. They have obviously a very iconic brand, and they even launched what I would consider a blockchain based console in the VCS. Once again, this all happened in 2020 when not as many people were paying attention to blockchain games or to the metaverse. So I think they have a pretty good leg up with this, with an already launched console that has a lot of potential, that is kind of a blend between a regular PC and a console game, right? So their token, the ATARI token, they've already done a lot with kind of partnering with Wax, partnering with the Sandbox, where they have their experiences there, and then they do have this ATARI token that is going to essentially be able to unlock their entire ecosystem. So they're going to have a lot of different aspects that are coming here, and like I said, they haven't done a lot of development this year, but I think 2022 we're going to see a lot coming from ATARI. So they've been very much under the radar with this token and with their ecosystem, but we're going to see full ATARI casinos coming, and in addition to a bunch of different games that are going to be using this ATARI token to be able to play and earn. So you can pick up ATARI on Uniswap if you're looking to get into this project here. Possibly a good time if we hit a bear market cycle here in the next couple of months to pick up this token. So the next token on my list is one that I've actually held for quite some time as well, and a project that I'm pretty bullish on. It is Ultra.io, or the UOS token. And Ultra is a PC game platform very much like Steam. You can think of it just as like a blockchain enabled Steam. So where Steam saying, no, we don't want blockchain play to earn games, you guys suck. Ultra is like, yes, we're all about blockchain games. We want this to be the main core part of our platform. And so they do that by tokenizing the platform and incentivizing you with UOS tokens to do things like review, to share games. You can earn these tokens by doing this, by trading NFTs on the platform, which are, the actual games themselves. So whereas you can't trade games on Steam, that's the whole point of the Ultra token and the Ultra ecosystem, is to be able to trade these games back and forth, right? So you can earn tokens by doing that, by also beta testing, by entering contests that they're going to be running. And so there's a lot going on with this token. I think that, as a metaverse platform, this one is not building their own metaverse, but I think that they're really doing a great job of connecting some of these metaverse games together and giving them a platform to say, yes, you can come here, you can bring your game here and have it help developed through the Ultra platform. They also have dev tools that they're going to be offering to developers. So I think that this is a pretty important part of building this metaverse, is having a more connected platform front that allows your games to be distributed in a kind of, I wouldn't say centralized way, but all found in one central location. So you can grab the UOS token on Uniswap or on KuCoin, and definitely a good one to pick up. All right, another one I'm going to talk about here too, which is one of the ones that I have not featured on the channel before. All these other ones I've talked about at some point, but this next one called UFO is not one I've mentioned, but a lot of people have been talking about it recently. So I did a little bit of research and dived into it, and I do really like what they're kind of building here. It is definitely up and coming. So out of all the tokens here, this is the one that I think that has a lot of long-term potential, and we may see a lot more come from in 2022. But yeah, I think even farther beyond that, there is some more potential there. So it is an Ethereum-based token, and they're building what they call the dark metaverse. And this is one of the things I really liked about this project, is what they're doing is each game that kind of joins their UFO network, they're trying to be this kind of network of games, and it's going to be its own planet inside their dark metaverse. So we're talking about NFTs, we're talking about decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs. We're talking about doing IDOs, so initial game offerings, right? Initial DEX offerings through their platform. They're going to have a marketplace. They're going to have land for all these things. And their first game that they're coming out with, it's going to be like their in-house game, is called Super Galactic, right? And so you'll be able to do things like stake the UFO token and earn plasma points. And these plasma points are what allow you to buy NFTs and things on their platform. So there's quite a bit of utility there for UFO here early on, even just with their first game. And so as they build this, this universe out, and they add more planets, more games, I think that UFO token could definitely be worth a pretty penny. But like I said, it really does hinge on the fact that they get this concept up and running here in 2022 and beyond. And you can pick up UFO token on Uniswap, probably one of the easiest accessible ways to be able to grab it. All right. Last but not least on my list here is the IMX token. I talked about this a little bit earlier in the video. They're connected to Gods Unchained because Immutable is the parent company of Gods Unchained. And this IMX platform and Immutable X as a marketplace all came about because Gods Unchained is one of the OG games, and they saw this problem with Ethereum, and so they started working and building, and what they came up with was Immutable X. Immutable X is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, and it's built specifically for gaming. And so, they have a platform token called IMX, and you have to use that to pay for at least 20% of the fees of everything that you're buying on the marketplace. The fees in the marketplace aren't 20%, but just 20% of whatever that fee is. So the fees are incredibly low, which is great. You're not paying a crazy amount of gas like you are on these other Ethereum-based platforms. And there are a ton of projects that are coming to IMX. So you see projects like Illuvium. We love Illuvium. Gods Unchained is obviously on there. Ecomi and the Vivi app and Vivi-based NFTs. I think we're going to see here on Immutable X, in particular with their token. OpenSea is moving to Immutable X as well. So there's a lot of big names that are coming to this platform. So having that underlying token, I think, is going to be huge. And you can also stake it and earn a share of rewards pool, as well as hold it for governance. So the IMX token is going to have a lot of utility, especially when it comes down to it being the #1 marketplace for all these games and solution for all these big platforms. I mean, you talk about how big OpenSea is. I mean, that is incredibly bullish to me, and a huge reason why you might want to hold this token in 2022. You can grab IMX on Coinbase, which they've just launched on, or on KuCoin. So both great places to grab them. All right, well, that is my list there of some of the top metaverse-based tokens here that I think are going to be huge in 2022. Could be really big gains, and I think they could be bear market resistant, a lot of these coins. I think that because of the utility and the fact that they are tied to a lot of these metaverses, that I think are going to continue to be hot in 2022 despite a bear market. That's the reason why you should be taking a look at all these tokens and see if they're a right fit for your portfolio, maybe for a little diversification and getting a little bit more into the metaverse and gaming side of things if you haven't already plunged in yet. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.